kickstart the show. Professor Olumide, good morning.
Good morning, Val. Thank you for your motivation every morning. It's just an awesome piece.
We'll try to do our best.
Did you study motivation in university?
Well, I did theater arts and mass communication, so motivation came in as because of my leadership being at other areas that I threw in.
Good show. Thank you very much. So, good morning, everyone, and thanks for tuning in once again to Relationship 360. We really appreciate you and do not take you for granted. Now, let me start today by celebrating a friend, a brother, and an admin of our Sulere Volunteer Network, Mr. Pius Peter. As he turned 50 last Tuesday, he beat me to it. May your strength be according to your age. I celebrate you today. You have been very passionate with humanity, and I know in particular when it comes to child sexual abuse, when he hears this, his head just blows up. He shows up in any part of Lagos to support our what we do. Oga Pius, you have lived half a century. Welcome to the 5th floor. Please keep the door open. I will join you in 19 days. Now, away from that, something happened that sent me into a mild state of depression early this week.
Wow.
Yes, a very dear friend of mine called out to me that his 18-year-old son was accused by someone to have been involved in sexual abuse of a 15-year-old. There was someone who had already confessed to the crime, but somehow his son's name came up. The police afterwards arrested his son, and he had not been allowed to see his son. The wife reached out to me, and after 3 days of messages and voice notes with a lot of tears from the wife, I decided to call the officer in charge of the FSU, who was in Ikorodu. She didn't pick, it was in the evening, and I called again in the morning. She didn't pick, so I got a bit upset and called her colleague, her contemporary, in another station and announced that I hear that there's foul play. I don't understand, but I'm coming myself. So word got out that I was going, as I made my way there, that's on Monday morning. And the officer in charge was told by her colleagues, and she called, I said, no problem. I'm on my way to that station to see you personally. She said, could she explain to me that she has an idea of what I've heard and this, like I said, I'm on my way. We'll see when I got there. So word that I was coming there to Ikorodu went out, and our volunteers already came out, and some people who also heard I was coming came out, went straight to the police station, and I saw the officer in charge, the father of my friend, father of the boy in question was there, and I went in. The officer sat beside, in the office, and now started explaining the facts of the matter to me. He showed me evidence, the statement of the victim, which implicated our son, is a friend's son, meaning he's my son as well.
Yes, definitely.
And I asked that they both be brought out because it wasn't just one, there were 3 people involved. They had apprehended 2. So I wanted to hear from him. So I interviewed the first, who was older. He was 21 or 22. And he said everything, he had written a statement. We saw the victim's statement, and when he also mentioned my friend's son, I turned to my friend and asked, said, is this true? He kept quiet. Evidence was everywhere. He said, yes. I saw him last when he was 15, and he just turned 18 this February. He's the youngest of all the two boys that were also in fault were in their 20s. He was the youngest, he just turned 18. When he narrated the story and confessed to the sexual assault, I was standing and I didn't know when I pounced on him. I must have slapped him about 7 times. The bracelets in my hand all broke to the floor. I kept shouting, "Do you know what you have done?" Because he didn't seem to understand. I told him this is life imprisonment. The other 22-year-old boy broke down and started crying as medical reports confirmed penetration. I looked at him. He was out of place. It's like day and night. Look at him. Look at the people it was like a rich guy's child and a poor person's child. There was class difference. And I didn't understand because he was the youngest. How did you meet these people? I looked at him, knowing the home you came from. The mother broke down. The mother did not believe that, she was like, what if not that it came from his own mouth?
She could have doubted it.
That could kill a mother. How did you go below your status, below your upbringing? And they showed you what to do and told you to do it, and you did it. The officers there came to hold me because, he was not a client, he's a son. So I can discipline my son. I just kept saying, "Do you know what you have done?" I walked out, when, I saw people grabbing me, Barrister Olumide. I grabbed his older brother outside and I said, "How could you watch your younger brother mix with these bad people?" He said he told him, I grabbed him, they had just seen me on leash. He said, in fact, we beat him. The last time I held him down, I called other people to beat him because he would just go out, they won't know where he is, he will come back, he will argue. Then the father was there. He said, "Ask Daddy." I was told that the mother also beat him, at times would talk to him. "Where did you go? Who are you?" That he's here, he's there. Where are you? He's just 18. This boy got A1 in mathematics in his WAEC.
Smart, intelligent fellow.
So he's not that. A1 in mathematics.
Why the bad decision?
Now, after all these, all eyes were on me to see what I would do, as he is the son of my friend. You know how many people I have sent to prison I have because of defilement, child sexual abuse? The officers looked at me and said, "So, Barrister, what do we do?"
Wow.
As this one
This
is your son.
Right at home.
It's no longer we are going out, this one is inside. They looked at me and said, "Barrister, what do we do?" I lowered my face. I looked up, I looked down, I looked at the mother, I looked at the father. I walked out. I came back in, my eyes were welling up with water, with anger. Watching my son in handcuffed to another 21, 22-year-old. I looked up and I said, "Officer, do your job." And, I turned my back and they led him away in handcuffs and he was charged.
Wow.
With 2 others. Thursday, that is 2 days ago.
It's heavy, very heavy to swallow.
Thursday, 2 days ago, he was charged to court and is now in Kirikiri Maximum Prison. He just turned 18. and from 18 to maximum security prison. They looked at me to help get the child. Now I am the one that has to ensure that he gets the maximum sentence, because I can't fight for others and then when it's my own time I try to cover. It was in court that he realized what he did. When he was being led away and he knew he would not see his parents, he started crying. And I was, sort of led into the Black Maria and to prison. I got home that day, that night. I called my son. That is my own biological son, who is 15, going to be 16. And I almost prostrated for him. I told him what my father told me, that it is all about the friends you keep. The boy I was supposed to rescue because of, seeming police brutality is the boy that we would have to send to prison. I want to appreciate ASP Ene, who is the officer in charge of the family support unit of the Owutu police station in Ikorodu. She did a very good job. And next week, Saturday, is the International Day of the Boy Child, 16th of May. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't really get myself to discuss anything else because my mind is clogged up. I can't concentrate. When you see your own, it's different when it is others. But when you see your own, the father said he was going to just die, that, if they sentence him to life, he would die. The father came to me crying. He said, can I go to prison for him? Can they look at me? The father has lost his sight. He said, can they look at me, my condition, and allow me to, let me just do it for him. He's just starting life. He's just a small boy. He said, would they look at me? Can I talk to the magistrate? I said,
Paris, I want to take a break so that you get.
I'm fine.
You sure?
Thank you.
You sure? Because I'm speechless. And looking at you, So you want to take like 1 minute break and come back?
I'm fine. We'll go on a break. Thank you. This trauma, look at the mother. The mother has just ate yesterday. Almost a week she couldn't eat. She just ate yesterday. How friends almost determine everything. I told my son, what just happened. And in Aja, by Abraham Adesoyan, last week, there was these boys that kidnapped their own friend, a boy 17 years old. They had planned, invited, because they went to the same primary school, invited him, and had planned that, because the boy has some pictures on TikTok, on Facebook, that it's as if his parents have money. And his own friends planned, and they invited him over.
That's what I was talking
Yeah,
about.
and he came, and they tied him down, and took the picture and sent to the parents that they should send 150 million if they want to see their child. The parents didn't have that much. Eventually, the mother said, how about 50? Those ones were happy and okay. And then the mother collapsed. And the sister called and said, we don't even have 50 million. That the mother said it in shock. That let her send 200,000, that they don't have money. So on the release, the other friend said, they can't release this boy because he knows them. He knows they went to primary school together, and that was where they decided to kill their friend. The other guy didn't really know him. He was the younger guy that. And you see that children now, who you are with, may be where you would end up. I told my son when I was younger that, I told him that when I was younger, if everyone was scaling the fence, jumping over the fence, the day I joined them to scale the fence is the day they will catch all of us. It happened to me several times. When we will be going out, when we were told not to go out, all will be well. But the day I would now go out is the day they will catch us. So from young, it was obvious to me that I cannot do crime because I will be caught. I was always caught. The day we go and play football, when they said we shouldn't play, the day I will kick the ball and it will go and hit a fluorescent tube. And it will, you know, I was always caught. So I told my son, I said, you are my son. Don't join friends in misbehavior. You will be caught because you are my son. We cannot do crime. Others would escape, but they would catch us. That's my own son. And then what happened? He was suspended from school. In his absence, just because of the friends he had. They said, if, you know, when they took two of his friends, they just said, this one, that one, and he wasn't even in school. He was suspended because of association. And I told him, I warned him that day, I almost broke his head. I said, these friends that you know, he, as a child, was disadvantaged because he was being bounced around, I told you, for like 3 years. They took him completely. I didn't find him. I had to, you know, it took 5 years and 6 months to get him to live with me. Then before then, they didn't, you know, he was used as a bargaining chip for me. So taking him to different places, putting him here, there, affected his self-confidence because the children, where they put him, would bully him. So when he now came to his father's house, he was now overcompensating for being bullied, now wanting to be strong, and then he chose the friends that were troublesome, the rebellious ones. And it got him into trouble. He was suspended from school. The second time something happened in school and the principal called me that they will suspend him again because, and when I looked at it, it was because of the people he was with. You know what I did? That day I took him from school and I told the principal to suspend him. That if the principal does not suspend him, I will suspend him, that he will not be around. The principal said, what? I said, I think my work is not done yet. He was 14, going to be 15. The following day, I took him to the state CID in Banti, and by myself wrote a petition against my 14-year-old son.
Just to teach him a lesson.
And I took him to the Deputy Commissioner of Police, which was at that time DC Ahmed Latif. He's now Commissioner of Police and Principal Staff Officer to the Inspector General of Police. Fantastic man. He had a PhD as a police, so I never even knew that policemen were that educated.
Oh, there are a lot of educated ones.
And I told him, I said, he needs to lock my son in the cell. He said he can't do that now, barrister, he's 14. I said, if he doesn't do that, he will not like what will happen. He said, let me talk to your son. Why? I said, I warned him about company. I warned him about why he always is in trouble because of the friends. My son was terrified. He was shaking. And I told the DC, I said, if you don't lock him up, you will not like what. And then he called, he said my son should enter, and he said I should excuse him. I stood right by his door. When you go to Panti, you know it's state CID, criminal cases, hardened, you know, they don't do. So I stood right by this is door. And his PA was like, barrister, don't take up nothing. My face was red. Because this is the time I have to break. Then the DC came out and said that, that your son is a good. I said he's a good son. He's not. But you see this company, and he doesn't want anybody to oppress him, so he doesn't like, he overdoes it, and then his company are people who are stubborn, who get into trouble. Can you imagine getting suspended twice? DC now called me that. So what do I want? I said he must go into a cell. I want him to be with troublesome people and see where they end. DC said, I can't look. So when the DC, I said, DC, if you don't, he now said, okay, you know what? The DC now got up, took my boy, and then went into the cell with him. So my son and the DC were in the cell together. So there was confusion in the station that what is DC doing in the cell? So policemen were coming in, that was good. Did they arrest the wrong way? They're celebrating this, you know. And the DC started going, telling him this one was arrested for so. This one was arrested. My son was peeing on his body. So there he saw the different people. This one is going to this one life, this one will be death sentence. Because, you know, and the cells there are not. So they spent some time there. Then he brought him out. And one of the officers that knew me now said, is this the boy? Oh yeah, come and write undertaking. They intimidate. You see, when my son got home, he was shaking. He couldn't walk straight. But I felt I needed to do something to break him, because this is the last chance to mold him into place. So people say, why would you do that? Because I don't want him to end up just like this. So I did whatever it would take. I don't need religion, because religion will say, Father, train your child. It is not the job of religion. It is not the job of people's opinion. It is my name and my child. He got back. Eventually, I changed from that school, because that school is popular. I changed from that school. The school has a lot of students. I took him to another school that less. Do you know, the first term of the next school, he got almost all A's. The school before, he might have C's and maybe 1A. This one, he got all. And maybe, I think he got one in Yoruba language, and, you know, he didn't make that. You understand what I'm talking about? This took 1 year, 5 months. What I've just said happened in 1 year, 5 months. And now, when we go on strolls, I make sure I talk to him. You see, this thing shook me this week. I went, I almost prostrated for him. That, listen, never touch a girl. Don't go. Even if the girl says, come, Ire, don't go anywhere.
You are listening to your #1 station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. 99 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and you do not need any introductions at this point. This is Relationship 360. Barrister Olumide has had us in a type of way, even this early in the morning, and he's still here. Barrister.
Thank you, David. So what I'm saying is, now I do all I know, which is teach, discipline, pray, or whatever you have to do to raise a child. You blink once and they're gone. This is not to talk of the parents that are too busy, not knowing, just that boy down the street that you think is older than you. You just see your son moving with people just older, and he's not prepared for that metamorphosis yet, because he's still a child. Today, I thank God that at times when I talk to him, he will say, that this one, he will just be talking about friends. The same people he used to move with that got him into trouble, is now a bit smarter. It had to do with him going into a cell. It had to do with him. I brought out everything in my arsenal. I didn't go to work. Sat down there, made sure he was in a cell, although the DC at that time had to go into the cell with him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have children. This program is about family life. And this week I had to walk my friend's son to a place where he may never come out of again at the age of 18. Why? Because of friends. Because of friends. Because of friends in the same neighborhood. Not school, because they were much older than he was, but friends from the neighborhood. If you are a parent, let's talk. I have nothing else to tell you today, but to deal with the fact is as good as tearing a family apart, the actions, and then everybody starts thinking, oh, I failed as a mother, is what the mother said. But you have other children who are not like that. So if all your children went one way, we can say you failed, but how come the others are doing well? And it is this, what if you are a parent, please, let's talk. You're having a problem with your child. I really want to go around today, so please compress what you want to say, 1 minute, 10 seconds, so that we can go around. Oga David, please, let's open the phone lines.
All right, opening the phone lines, 0201 2770993, 0201 465 7190, and of course 0809 597 5805. That is our WhatsApp line, and you're very much welcome to throw in over there. Hello.
Good morning. This is Kenny Triple, otherwise known as Kenny from Smolder. Barrister Lumide, good morning.
Good morning, Madam Kenny.
Yes. You see, let me say something. The only one thing I can say is perhaps somehow the NPA or the body of teachers.
Madam Kenny, you sound please.
Muffled.
Yes.
Okay, let me remove my headset. Can you hear me better?
Yes,
Yeah, much better.
Awesome, yes. I would say that the only submission I want to make today is I'm asking if the Nigerian Bar Association and the body of benchers can have you upskill the lawyers, because many lawyers will not behave like you. And I pray that God will continue to hold your hand up, because you have served justice. God bless Nigeria. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you. It comes at a cost, though. The cost is heavy.
More calls, 0201
Thank you, Madam Kenny. Thank you.
0201, that's fine. 0201 2770999. I just opened the first the mail line, just realizing now that it was closed for a minute there. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, David. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for calling. Please, you have 1 minute.
Yeah, very quickly.
Thank you, too. For the topic, when instruction is being given by the one who made all this, and you refuse to apply it, the result of why you did not apply it according to how you said it will come out. That you apply it to a bring positive for you.
Please, I would like you to be specific. You are not, this is a serious matter, please.
What I mean is that the reason why Igbo and all those negative things that you were explaining to us that those boys did, the reason why it came out.
Mr. David, thank you very much. Please, can we go to another caller, please?
We have somebody. Okay, he came and left. Anyways, still on the phone lines. Hello, what's your name?
Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
Thank you for your good job. God will continue to bless you, sir.
Amen, man. You too.
So I have a younger brother. He's a loud boy. He's in Port Harcourt. I'm in Lagos. My mom is in village. But he used to live with my elder brother in Port Harcourt. But he decided to be alone. So my elder brother is now telling me that this boy is on drugs. And he has a child. I called him. I asked. He denied. I told him that he should leave friends. His friends alone. He told him that he doesn't have friends. But he has showed the job. He wasn't anything again in that Port Harcourt. I just there. So what do you do, barrister?
Did you say he has a child?
Yes, he has a child.
How old is he?
It's something. He's above something, sir.
20 something with a child.
Did you-
Your
I think
brother.
you said 30 something.
30 or is it 30 or 20 something? Your brother has other children,
Yes.
and this is the only child with a child under the roof of your brother.
But he's no longer living with my brother. So, but even blocked my brother. Now my brother told me that he has blocked him. He doesn't allow me to talk to him.
You see, according to behavioral scientists, a child's personality is fully formed by the age of 12. Personality and character are two things that are 99% alike. You need to watch his earlier influences, and I personally would tell everybody not to send your child to another person to raise. Don't send your children to another place for someone to raise for you. You will reap benefits of trainings that you did not give. The child will start showing how his environment is because his father did not raise him. It's important that the father raise the child. Where do you want to start from now? Where do you want to start from? He already has a child. Before he had the child, he started being recalcitrant. And then you must have noticed that this boy is no longer behaving. At the point you notice that there is smoke coming out from your room, you don't say, okay, I will deal with this when I come back from work. Do you understand? You don't say you will deal with it when you deal with it that day. But a lot of people during the week will be telling me that we prayed about it, we took him to church. What, excuse me, is that the function of the church to condition children by prayer? Or is it that the same Bible says you should train a child in the way he should go? Not pray for the child in the way he should go, but train the child. Why is it training? Then it says, children, listen to the instructions of your father. Why did it say father? Because it is the father's job to raise a child, to train the child. So when a father is absent, and that is why I do not like women that repeatedly get pregnant for the same very irresponsible man. You give birth to the first child. You know that he's not taking care of the first child. You know that he could do better. He's not there, he's not around. And you have the audacity to give the same irresponsible man a second child and a third child. The first child will determine whether you will give him a second child. A woman is not wired to train children. It is the divine natural function of a man. And that is why I say don't marry a husband, marry a father. Anybody can get you pregnant. But who will stay to raise a child is called a father. A madman can be a father. Someone who is even without a brain it is just to release sperm. And the child is born. But who will raise the child? Even those of us raising our children have challenges, not to talk of the one that there is even now nobody. I had to lock up my own son in his cell at 14 years of age. I don't even think that is legal. It is illegal. The deputy commissioner of police said it can't be done. The only way he agreed was that he followed him into the cell himself. I just needed him to see where they end up, where those people who steal, who get into trouble, who rob, who rape, all of them, see where they end up. I don't know if I did something right today. I don't know if I did something wrong, but I did everything that was necessary. And it's not a matter of I took him to church, because I'm getting some messages now. Someone saying that you need to pray. Pray for what? Did the Bible tell you to pray for your child or to train your child? Proverbs tells you, Ecclesiastes tells you, father, 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 not pray, train. It is not a mother's job. The mother's job is to nurture. That is why a mother would nurture a child from 0 to 3 and hand the child over to the father for training. In fact, as it is nowadays, you only have 2 years to nurture. Immediately after nurturing, you hand over by 2 to the father for training. Because everything now is fast. Let's go back to the phone lines, please.
Yeah, we're still working the phones here. Hello, what's your name and where you calling from?
Barrister, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Madam Oboli. How are you?
Well, we can say we are fine, but you know we are not fine.
Madam Oboli, you were there at the police station with me.
Yes, I was, Barrister.
And you saw everything I have said. Is there anything inconsistent that happened that day, that contrary to what I said?
No, not at all, sir. Remember, I was there a couple of days before I reached out to you that see what is happening, and you said you will definitely be there. I didn't even know, Barrister, you didn't even rest on your OAS, and then you came that Monday. And your prior motive, before you got to the station, Officer Ene reached out to me and said he doesn't understand that they are thinking she doesn't know her job, they don't know their job. And I said, when Barrister gets there, Barrister will give you a free hand. He knows you know your job. Barrister, let me just tell you something I didn't tell you at the station, sir. For almost 2 weeks now, you have been the cynosure of eyes. People were waiting and trying to see if you would circumvent justice because this is close to call. And then you did that verdict by saying, officer, do your job when that boy confessed. At that point, Barrister, you became a hero of some sorts to everyone there, and even to the people that were not inside that place. Barrister, Naman UP. This breaks us as people living in Ikorodu, because we've been to that family for 2-3 times. Not only that, the group has also invested in that family a couple of times, in cash and in kind, and then coming on the heels of this particular one, and you said, my hands are tied, I can't do anything, just do what you have to do. Thank you for not circumventing justice. Thank you for not saying because this is close to call. Thank you for not because this is close to your heart. You just said, let the course of judgment take its place. You've made a bold statement, and that is to tell you that you are 100% man of integrity. We want to say we commend you from the Ikorodu subgroup, and we say keep the flag flying. The discussion so far, because we've been keeping a library on this topic for some time now, since 2 weeks now, has formed a course in my house. Like a morning devotion, I play the voice notes for my children, the discussions, and I tell them crime does not pay. Barrister Olumide will not come to anybody's rescue because we know him. Instead, he will turn his back. If he could turn his back on his own son and on his friend's son, he will turn his back, give him the same odds. Barrister, I commend you, I salute you, and I say once again, Naman, this has broken us, but we just move. The law must take its course. Good morning, everyone. It is well with us, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Oboli. We really appreciate it.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
David, good morning. Barrister, good morning.
Yeah, Blessed, please cut straight to the point.
Yeah, see, what I was trying to say the other time.
Yeah, try to say it.
Is it a repeated?
Yes.
No, please, can we go to the next caller, please? Please go to the next caller. I think this is not a joke.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling
Good
from?
morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Please, I also plead for extended time off. Thank you very much for the good work you do. Thank you so very very much. But I've listened to your message this morning, and one thing stood out for me. You said you went to the hotel, to the police station, and you heard the guy. After reading the statement, you asked him a question, and the question was, "Is this true?" And he said yes. It boils down to one thing again. What he's saying, it's closer home now, and that is why this has happened. We've always been saying it here. Listen to the other party, hear from the other party. So please always give the opportunity to hear from the other party. And again, you are a lawyer at the Temple of Law. Please, I will plead with you. You are filled with emotions, especially when it comes to cases like this. It's always temper your emotions. I wasn't in the country last week to listen to you, but I was in the country the ultimate week. And somebody called and said you slapped the pastor. And you asked him how many times. If it were you, you would have done what? You don't encourage, as a lawyer that I am, you are. You don't encourage violence. Please, that is my opinion and my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. However, I am first a human being before a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer first before a human being. So I will tell you categorically, anything that would destroy the life of anybody, whether you're a pastor, whether you're a lawyer, you can't destroy people's lives and then you expect no reaction or consequence. Now, you said always hear from the other party. As a lawyer, I hope you know that if somebody rapes somebody, you will not first of all go to hear the words of the other party and start asking, how did he rape you? What were you wearing? Rape is rape. You don't go to listen to the other side of a crime. I don't know why this is so hard. You go to someone who was caught in armed robbery. They caught him. Now you say you want to listen to the other side of armed robbery. You go to someone who murdered someone. You say you want to listen to the other side of murder. The only other side of murder if it was self-defense. And you keep saying this, listen to the other party, which has killed so many. You know what? Last year, this car that I drive, let me not even talk. Thank you for calling. But you can go ahead and listen to as many other sides of the party. Hold on until it comes home. Until it gets home. Then you would know that you will react.
I think why he's talking, so there's
He
a
said,
Nigerian culture.
I didn't need to hear wait, hold on. I didn't need to hear from the boy. The evidence was there. I saw a video recording. I didn't need to ask him. I needed to ask him because his mother was there, so that the mother would hear from his mouth. I didn't need to ask him. The victim identified, the accomplices identified. It was done. The officers had everything they needed. They even had because the girl was 15 and partly autistic. Can you imagine an autistic child? And these boys took advantage and brought a younger one to also go into the same act. And you want me to hear the other side of an autistic child? Do you understand what I'm saying? You want me to hear the other side?
I think
please let's move on, David.
No, I was going to say that I think that there's this very bad culture we have of acquiescence.
They would rape somebody. You say you want to hear the other side. They beat somebody. You say you want to hear the other side. You want to hear the other side. The other side of what? The other side of a crime? They don't need to hear your side. Once they can establish a crime has been committed.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
Barrister, I want to thank you. Please, I want to remain anonymous because of what I want to say.
Okay. Go.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
please go ahead. Thank you.
Yes, sir. This word talk really touched me. I wish I could have taken my son to police station to do the same deed. Now my son, because of the way the father neglected him, the father refused to discipline him. My son is wallowing in prison today.
Your son is in prison?
Yes, sir. The father refused to discipline him. It's only me. Most times, when he does that, I will carry belts and flog him. The father will question me, why am I flogging him with belts? I say, what your son did, is it fair? There was a time he carried chair and hit his sister. That thing pained me. I said, what about if she has died because of anger? I carried belts. I flogged him with the belt. He went to the security people to report me that my mother is flogging me with belts. The security man now came and said, Mother, what happened? I said, can you imagine this boy carry chair and hit his sister on the head? That what about if his sister has died? What would I have said? What would people say? My husband came then, although I've separated from him. My husband came then and started questioning, why did I use belts, and to the extent of my son going out. At times he will even be proud to say, when daddy come, I will report it to daddy. But today,
Please.
me, my son, because of the father's indiscipline, my son is in prison today.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? I'm so sorry. How old was your child when he went to prison?
He was 20.
What crime did he commit?
According to what I heard, because I got it on social media, he invited a lady, and they got into argument. He now hit her with something. The lady died. That was what happened.
The same way he hit his sister with a chair.
Yes.
That if somebody had really dealt with him at that time.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
This thing you did to your son, I wish. Just that police cannot be trusted.
No, don't. It's not all there. You see, lawyers cannot be trusted. All of us, the Nigerian residents cannot. But you just try your best.
Ma'am,
I'm so sorry about that.
Yes, we are going on a break right now.
Time for a break.
Thank you, Barrister. God bless you for what you are doing for your education, for everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, man. Please send me a message. If you have my number, please send me a message.
Yeah, we're going on a break now. Back, ladies and gentlemen. The time 1 minute into the hour of 8, and we are very much going to be kicking into taking calls.
Let me just go. I want to apologize to my learned colleague who called and said, the one that the pastor, he said he slapped his pastor. You know why? I said how many times? Because he had told the pastor, he said he did not want to marry this girl. And they said he must. He refused, they brought her back. They kept pressuring him till he married. So when the wife slapped him, he went to meet the person that gave him the wife and now slapped the person. And you would understand that this is how they have caused so many people to marry wrong, because the person tells you, this person is abusive, or this person is, they will say, no, don't worry, what he needs is mentorship. They will pray for him, and they sentence you into a lifetime. Then when you enter that marriage, they will tell you cannot divorce. So you must stay there. That was not your choice. They will make the choice for you and then seal you into their own choice. Yes, you were right. Maybe I shouldn't have said how many times. But hey, away from that, I think everybody got the message.
Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir. My name is Robert. I am calling you from Apapa, Barrister Olumide. Happy New Year to you, sir.
Okay, Robert, how are you, sir?
I'm very fine, sir. Sir, I want to ask a question for knowledge.
Please go ahead.
I want to ask you is, if one is married, and legally married, and maybe you and your wife have just one child, and along the line, maybe issue of divorce coming and both of you divorce.
Yes.
Now, the child, now you as a father, it is your responsibility. Let me say, it is the responsibility of the father to take care of the child. But the mother said no, that she don't want the father to take care of the child. But you also said no, that you will be the one to take care of the child. So I want to know, the position of the law. How will the law come in
Okay.
such a scenario, sir?
Okay,
Thank you,
sir. Okay, sir. The first of all, the age of the child matters. If the child is very young, the law favors that the mother, because I told you it is the duty of the mother to nurture. That is to take care, to make sure it is the child is fed, the child is whole, healthy and all that. But then the father also, by law, cannot be denied access. Usually, maybe weekends, Fridays, the father could take the child, bring on Sunday, then half of the holidays as the child grows older. Now, the problem is that a lot of men, instead of going to the law, they will go to family. They will go and start saying they're going to beg the family. No, it is a legal matter. The law provides for the child to know his father, to also have a relationship with the father. Nobody can, except the man is abusive, except the man is a pedophile, except you have proof that where the man lives is not favorable to raise a child, or the kind of job he does, or the kind of company he keeps. Something must be there to disqualify a father or a mother from that. But besides that, definitely, you cannot prevent a father or mother from having a relationship with the child. Second part to this are those spouses that spoil each other. You weaponize the children against their father. You keep telling them that their father is bad, or the father weaponizes the children against the mother. Starts telling that the mother is an adulteress, she's jobless, they are wicked. That's one thing I told you. The moment you see that in any spouse, you must stop giving birth for that spouse. Any spouse that would try to weaponize children against the father or against the mother, the children have eyes. They can see the bad parent. But when a parent goes, you must stop reproducing for that kind of person. But to answer the first man's question, go to the law. Go to court. That's how I got my own child. Please, let's go to
more calls. Hello. Turn off your radio.
Hello, good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
David.
Good morning.
This is the merchant.
Merchant man. How are you, sir? 1 minute,
Fine, sir. Yeah, I will stick to it. God bless you, sir. I sent a message when you were actually telling us the story about the son of your friend. I was on a crossroad of ambush to know what Barrister would do on this particular issue because it was so challenging. Barrister, may God bless you because you are a man of your words. For you to have finished crying and came back and told the officer to do his job, it shows a man who is on a platform of righteousness on his professional job. God, this shows me that my knowledge of you, me knowing Barrister Olumide will never be a reason. I told the motivator this morning that I have a law enforcement officer, somebody in the Nigerian Intelligence Agency. He always told me in my shop, Victor, please, in all you do, stay away from crime. So, my knowing you will never be a leverage for me to involve myself. Assuming I was telling my wife, assuming I was involved in this case, and at the end of the day I was arrested as a child molester or as a pedophile. And I remember that I have Barrister Olumide that he will come and give me every reason to be off the hook of my criminal issue. That Barrister Olumide will be a very easy means of me walking to the jail. Barrister, God bless you for what you do for humanity. For those who always ask questions and say, have you heard from the other party? I think there is some elements of partiality and case of not being honest. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Another caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Sir, well done for your good work. Pisola from Agege.
Well done, man. Thank you, man. Go ahead.
Well done for your good work. Well done for your good work. When you are saying the issue, I was shedding tears. Barrister,
Yes.
I have a contact. We need to talk.
Mm.
Mama is late. Oh, my mother, she's late.
Wow. Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I promise I'll get in
Wow.
touch with you.
Please.
Wait on for your good luck, sir. God
Thank
bless
you.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Do have a
Thank
lovely
you
weekend.
very much.
All right. Thank you very much, ma'am. We'll take calls from the internet now. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
My Shola.
All right, Olushola, talk.
We are calling from Prayer City.
From where?
Please, I have prayer.
Okay, Prayer City. Okay.
Thank you for today's talk. In fact, I am scared of today. I have had tears in my eyes and all. Okay, so emotional. But I don't even get joy from the beginning. I've been trying to go online to see where I can get follow the whole story and all. But I don't think you are live on YouTube.
No, we're not. I would. YouTube will be posted later in the evening. We're not live. Yes, later at the Nurses Help Initiative on YouTube.
Yes, I subscribe to that.
Thank you very much for subscribing.
God bless you.
You too, sir.
Strengthen you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Bless you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
All the way from
I see you guys from abroad calling. It's a lot of them on
Please,
here.
let's get that.
Please, you guys can call back. It's we've sort of looked away because the phone lines have been mad busy. But yeah, I see. Oh, this person says the WhatsApp call is not going through. Let's see if we can get you back. Stand by. But we'll take calls on the phone line for now. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, my family. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This is the way to call you from Ojo, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir? Go ahead.
So, my family, I'm really sorry. I know it's not easy, but thank you for watching. But I think this is the right time that parents start training boys of sexuality at maybe at the age of 6 or 7.
4.
That is the problem. Like, parents should start training boys like their children about sexuality, consequences of rape,
Yeah.
and start that educate, because
Yes.
I feel that is the problem. Religion, church, they don't talk about it. They focus on teaching children on spirituality, which is a good thing, but at least they should train children of all these things. Because if you go to USA, for example, all those other countries, if a child of, I know you have traveled, if a child of, let me say 9, reports to a police officer that this man is molesting you, you see the officers in action, they'll go and arrest the man, to ask the man question, but in Nigeria it's different. So for me, I feel parents should start. I know me, I'm not a father, I'm thinking that, but for me, I feel parents should start.
Thank you very much. We appreciate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Messages coming in from our portal says, this is Don Vic. He says, good morning, Barrister and David. I was on a crossroad of ambush to know what would be your reaction when you mentioned that the son of your friend was involved in a rape case. But I love my cap for you the moment you said after sobbing, you told the police officer, please do your job. That's a testament to the honesty and strict adherence to the professional job. It shows that someone being close to Barrister Olumide is not at an advantage to slip off the hook of criminality, rather a short access to get a payback to a crime committed. Thank you for what you do. Oh, that's him. He just called now. Okay. This person says he. Oh no, these are not relevant messages. Another message here says, please, Barrister Olumide, can one listen back to this morning program on your social media platforms for Kenny from Ojodu Benga? Yes, he.
Yes, this evening, in fact, this afternoon, I think by 1 p.m., 12:01, it will be on our YouTube channel.
Quick?
Yes.
That's very quick turnaround. I've picked your call finally.
Nurses Help Initiative, GNOSIS, on YouTube. GNOSIS
Hello?
Help Initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, hello,
good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, David. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Stephen calling from Kingdom of Bahrain.
Ah, how are you, sir?
Barrister Olumide, in fact, today was just, I don't know what to say, but Barrister Olumide, I just wanted to make you to understand the reason what it is for somebody to be disciplined when you have parents. Because you see, what you did to your son, my mother did it to me. When I was young, I think I was in GSS1 or something like that. Something got missing in the house, and I was the only one at home then. And she was asking, and I told her I don't know what happened. But because she's a military woman, she felt that if she started dealing with me, she will overdo. My mom took me to Interior Police Station as early as 6 o'clock and tell the officer there that they should lock me up. And at the end of the woman was just looking at me, my mother boned her face and everything. But at the end of the day, they still didn't, they didn't lock me up, but she brought me back home and she was telling me that, Stephen, I took you to the police station and you still did not confess. Who took it? And I said, I don't know. But you know one thing that happened is that since that day, I got this consciousness of one thing, that whatsoever you are doing, there's an end result. You know, that thing stayed with me till today. Even if I'm doing something wrong, I know that there's a reward for it. So it has built me to a starting stage in life that anytime I'm doing something, I look my back. So it is all, sometimes when we do something, it's not as if we are harsh.
Thank you,
that
sir.
thing that we do really helps us when we get to
Thank
a
you.
later stage
Thank
in
you.
life.
Thank you very much, sir.
Pastor Olumide, I commend you. And I also want to commend my mother, even though she did it and she did not apologize until later on, but I commend you for that great decision. And we just hope that all our children will understand something. There's a question I wanted to ask you, but I think you solved it when Robert called you. It's also one of the questions that I want to ask, but you've been able to deal with that. I just want to say thank you, well done, and God bless you.
Thank you very much from the Kingdom of Bahrain, August Stephen. I really appreciate it. Another call.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I just pray that as parents and parents, we don't find ourselves in certain situations.
Fact.
But I think I'm going to address us parents that are always ready to get involved to bail our children and what when they commit crimes and then lie on their behalf.
Yeah.
Let them know that whatever happens, you don't live in the police station or prison and you don't know anybody there. Because that's what I used to tell my own people. I don't know anybody. You keep money for your bail, contact the lawyer and call the lawyer. I won't call anybody. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So let us all know. And once the children know your part, they know that you won't come. And don't go. After staying, you might open the door again for them, but probably that will be their last. Once you carry their matter for head and probably took from the gains of whatever they did, they roped you in as a parent. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Yeah. And in addition to that, you know, some parents are those that will pay for expo, for jump. Some parents would actually give their children money to go and cheat.
These are the little things
we caught some boy who was sexually, he will hack into your phone, get some personal pictures and then demand for money. We tracked him, we arrested him, it was middle of last year. Do you know who bought him the laptop he was using to hack? His mother. His mother was
Did she know she was doing
Yes, he said, do what your mates are doing.
Oh my.
That's what the mother said.
She said, do what?
Yes. And bought him the laptop. Now he's in prison for 7 years. You understand? So, parents really have a choice. A lot of us cannot give our children the training they gave us. And you wonder, you can't even scold your child. You have to look at your child and say, you know, you don't want him to cry. You don't. Let me tell you, when this lady called and said, her son used a stool to hit her sister's head. Do you know I did it when I was younger, but I used a bottle. Then I had tantrums, temper. I took my older sister is just 3 years older than me, and she likes doing this egbon, my older sister. So I really hated that. And one day I got upset and I gave her a punch holding a bottle. The thing caught her in the head and she just started bleeding. My father beat me for 3 days. You know, he will go to work, come back, resume the beating. He will beat me till my mother will come and lay on top. He said, "You want to kill her?" You know, after a while, I said, even till this day, when I get ridiculously angry, I still hear my father's voice in my head say, "Otutide, touch for work, that is, touch her." And we just back down. Even in the dead, in his grave, I still hear his voice threatening me when I lose my temper that you started again. So it is very important. You talk to the child. If talking is not working, you change your style to a more aggressive physical method, punishment. Punishment with scolding. The same says, spare the rod and spoil the child. There are some children you don't even need to beat them. Just scolding them, they start shaking, they start crying. If you have that kind of child, God has done a lot for you. But some you balance the two. But make sure that, listen, when we now got to prison, I now saw the children's section. My God, so many children in prison.
Juvenile.
What must happen before parents decide that your child coming back late without telling you where he's going, he just walks out of the house? Yeah, where is he? Where did he go? Nobody knows. You see your child walking with some people who dropped their trousers down. Let me tell you another thing my son did. One time, I saw that putting a plaster on his face.
Oh.
You know that Nelly?
Yeah.
Whoever
Rappers.
knows Nelly, the rappers. But he saw something, he liked it. And that day I felt there was, so I told the security man that when my son is going out, because I don't want him to sag, I said, take his picture. When he got to the estate gate, take his picture and send to me. I saw him with that Nelly plaster on the face. You know, when I saw him Sunday morning, I called him, I bought plaster, packet of plaster, and I plastered his entire face. And then I told him to walk ahead of me. We walked around the street. He couldn't raise his head. People were like, Barrister Olumide, show Shesheni. I said, no. I said, raise your head. Let's bounce. We went around the neighborhood from my estate to the next estate. We went down to Onike, then we walked back. People were just asking. I said, oh, we're trying a social experiment. That was the last day he did it. He couldn't look up. He was so embarrassed. I said, keeping a plaster you want. I plastered his entire face. And afterwards, I will go on my knees and just pray that this thing works. But I will try something. This was last year. But the same boy now, when we are talking, he will be telling me that he doesn't even know why he did it. But because he saw somebody and he looked good, he looked... you have to take notice. The moment you see it, you address it there. When you see smoke, you don't come out and say, okay, let me go out, I'll come back and attend to the smoke. You know that fire is, there's no smoke without fire. Let's go ahead, please.
Callers on the line. Hello, what's your name and where are you calling from? Turn off your radio.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Merchant Manuel. First time caller.
Mrs. Merchant.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, very well.
Awesome.
Yes. I'm so intrigued by what you are doing today. Your way of training children is just, should I say, same way with mine. The sagging, taking to the police station, making sure the training sinks in the child's brain any way it will, than taking to church for prayers, which I know is not building any positive training of children in some areas. So I really appreciate what you do, sir. God will keep on blessing you for us.
Thank you, ma. That you even called. I'm moved.
She doesn't call.
I've never heard her voice before. Thank you for taking care of us. So your husband always talks about you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
God
Have a
bless
great day,
you.
sir.
Likewise.
Bye.
Thank you. Another caller. Yes, we can take one. Quickly.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Barrister
Ekaro.
Mercy calling from Agriculture.
Very good. How are you, ma?
Barrister.
Quickly, oh, Mercy, you are relaxing.
I just want to encourage mothers. Train your children. The Bible lets us to know that train your children the will of God. Nkota ba ti fi ko mo lo mo ma to. Kama je ka to ara wa barista. As I'm speaking with you now, I'm a Benue woman. Baba wa na ye banye nko to ma fi nto wa. Why are we not using it? My children, myself speak to you. My father part my hair with razor blade. Use red oil to put on my head. Nothing what you go do, keep. But this time around, we cannot do that. You go come out.
Ma'am, we have to go on a break. Oh, we have to go on a break. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mercy. We are going on a break.
We have to go on a break. We'll be back.
More news and information
Coming up, we'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just get straight into it. Taking calls.
Let's go.
Yes, this is the final half hour of the show. Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, sir. Barrister.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Well done, work. I think say you will be like our guy who say anybody where sin, let him come to them and they will forgive him. You remember that very well?
Yes, sir. Your sins are forgiven.
When you enter their party, their sins are forgiven. Anybody where sin, they're not supposed to punish the person by our government.
It is well. Thank you very much, sir.
Him, but you join them.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Bless you. More calls. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My brother, I greet you.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling from Gateway, Abibo boy. When I did small, my brother, visitor come our house. My name is Mecca. They brought me from Umuahia. So visitor come our house. My mama give us sign. All my brothers come out. Me, I did there. Do you know that when they serve that visitor something, my mama give me sign, no agree. That time I did small. So my mama can't leave the visitor can't go. My mama beat me 1 year. Till today, if I don't go like this, I don't pass 40 something years. If I remember when that woman beat me, if I cook food myself, put for my pikin, I know they touch him. 1 year, this woman he beat me. Till today, that beating still remember. It did my head. 1 year,
I can hear the pain in the way you are saying it.
Is your mother still alive?
You know they are alive. I said today, if I cook food for my house, for my own house, so not be saying my own house. If I cook food, will come up for my pikin. My pikin, if my own free self, my pikin chop remain. The fear to go carry my spoon, put for that plate. Till today, they my head.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. May she rest in peace.
You can hear the trauma in how he's saying. Hello?
Barrister, good morning. My name is Jeff. I'm calling from Chevron.
Good morning, sir.
Barrister, this thing you did, people will not even understand what you have passed through before you were able to make that decision. People will not understand. Then this is about discipline children. Let me tell you, my 7-year-old boy and my 4-year-old boy, they not develop one habit. If they are fighting, normal arguing in the house, they started using weapons to hit themselves. They'll be carrying any food, go to kitchen to carry knives. I didn't see it. It wasn't, I not saw it on the camera inside the house. And I played it for them. When I played it for them, Barrister, I beat nonsense out of them. After sitting on the wall for 2 hours, I tied them and I hung them. Neighbors from the other flat came when they heard them shouting, crying. We I just with them for 7 hours. The next day they couldn't go to school. They fell sick and admitted them. That's about 6 months ago. They have never tried it again. My boy will walk up to me that day. You beat us so hard. When after beating them, when they recovered from the hospital, when they came back, and I asked them, "Do you know why I beat you like this?" They say yes. Why? I say because we are fighting, not because you are fighting, and because I went to carry a weapon. I said that's good. We don't use weapon to fight.
Thank you, sir.
Since that day.
Thank you, sir.
Since that day.
Whatever it will take to break that habit, whatever it will take, not deadly, not lethal, but whatever it will take, we have to break that habit. Before you hear now that your son went to pick up one stone and hit somebody on the head, you know?
What would I do? I will not go to jail.
No, this is. Do you see? You don't really.
I remember. I said I was going to take them to the village. My father is still alive. My father is 89 years old, he's still alive. I wanted them to hear the story of my father, how my father brought us up. If my father walked home, children of nowadays that
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. Now I have a message here. Thank you, sir. My son is 25 years, dropped out of the university at 400 level, and currently associates with guys I don't want him to go close to. He claimed that his going to the university was against his will. Can you assist me on how I can get him arrested and put in a cell to see if that can reset his brain? He's currently not at home, and I only got to know that he traveled out of Lagos without informing me. He doesn't pick my call, nor that of any member of the family. Essentially, the association he keeps are part of his undoing, and I don't know how to break him away from them. Though he is of age, I still can't take my eyes off him. Wow. The son is already 25. He's 25.
He's 25. I don't know what we can say again.
You have to get them before that time. Before that time.
The horse has left the stable.
Yeah, you have to get them before 25 is too late. 400 level. He dropped out.
That's at the end.
That's at the end. It's like when I was in school, there was a guy that joined the cult at 500 level.
Sorry.
It is well.
Who joins a course that late? Hello, what's your name? Good morning. Hello, yeah. What's your name?
Fathers are calling today. Good morning.
Oh,
yes.
You understood that. It's just that I didn't know you weren't saying anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please go ahead, sir. Good morning, sir.
I think we should look at this thing holistically, because for me, I would like to say that kids these days, right, the way we had it growing up, you understand that if I'm on, there was a day I was on the streets, okay, and I was young, I was a teenager, let me put it like that, and one of the I will say I was kind of showing, you know, when you light matches, you put it in your mouth and you look as if you are smoking.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And the neighbor saw me. If you see the way this neighbor beats, when I reach house, my mother asked me, why were you crying? I couldn't say anything. The neighbor decided to come and report me. They beat me more. You understand? Just because you know that badges thing.
Yes. This happened to me. It happened to my family. It wasn't me this time. It was my sister that did that.
Exactly. So what I was trying to point out is that if you have neighbors that cannot put your child, you understand, put your child in the right way, because this.
But now your neighbor cannot touch your child. The parents we have now, they will be like, how can you touch? How can you beat my child? They even beat the teachers. One case that we had to intervene in some time ago, a parent came to beat the teacher in school for telling her child to stand up in class because he did not dress well. Came and they slapped the teacher for telling, not because he beat or punished, just to stand up. So what do we want to do? Teachers are even receiving a lot, because you just talk to a child, next thing the parents are coming And that's why I don't want my child to go to some schools, where too much money schools that they can't afford to school, they can't afford to. It will be a problem.
Exactly. And if you go online now, all these new generation parents, no, don't touch my child. They'll be like, oh no, if you go to Europe, if you go to this, they don't teach children like that.
That is why, that is why they have the. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We should be able to talk to our kids. If your neighbors say you keep doing something, please, Nigerians, let's
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
All right, thank you very, very much. He left of his own accord.
We have 2 minutes.
Okay. 2 minutes or 2 calls. Will you do that?
Just 2 minutes. You can pick it up. But more of men are calling.
Yeah, I noticed. Hello?
Barrister,
wow.
God bless you for your good job.
Amen.
God bless you. I have a 14-year daughter. They went to work. She said to resume work by 8 o'clock. My daughter will stay till 11 o'clock. I went to tell her mother in her presence, if not come work by 8 o'clock, highest 9 o'clock. She's here, listening to me right now. I tell her madam, let her stand, lead down in sun for 3 hours. See, now she's going to work now. I tell her madam, in her presence, my own daughter.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done.
I will stand with you. No anybody for good 3 hours. We stand for son. We stand for son because I'm training her for what we train our own children tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank
you
you
have
very
here,
much.
here. If you don't have
Thank
here,
you very
will go
much.
to prison. They will kill you. Use guns to kill you.
Thank you very
my own
much.
children, they go kill you with guns if you go steal. Because I am not steal. Your father is not steal. God bless you.
Thank you very
much, man.
Last one.
So we'll take it from here. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Barrister.
Pastor Ladipo, good morning.
Good morning to David.
Good morning, Pastor Ladipo.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for this wonderful topic today. I wish the government will pay attention because they come up with all kinds of laws that restrict a very stringent training that some of us received while we were growing up. There is something I will never forget in my life. When I was growing up, I get involved in gambling. Serious gambling, like all this war playing, throwing dice. It was a neighbor that beat madness out of my head. And when my elder brother came back, because I grew up with my elder brother, when he came back, Jesus, and he had it. He was so happy to the point that he joined the man in beating me. So we have this situation now where the government will tell you don't do this. And according to the scripture, when you steer the rod, you spoil the child. So that
Thank
is
you.
the challenge we are having now.
Thank you very much,
To
sir.
strike a balance.
Thank you very
you,
much,
God
Pastor
bless you.
Ladipo. God bless you. Thank you very much.
you very much.
For all of us agreeing that raising a child is not a religious matter, it is a matter of morality. Morality is knowing the difference between right and wrong. That is morality. I want to appeal to us. Please, we need PTA meetings, Parents Teachers Associations, PTA meetings. Listen, parents, it is not about you want him to go to this school, you want him to go to that school. My son has been to about 4 schools in his secondary school. When I notice this, immediately I act, and I see that it is about the environment that he's in another school, and my God, when he brought A's, the first thing you will look at the result is it the same child? Is it your name on the result card? And he would smile, and he himself would, your son knows, your child knows, you have to do your best. This is the only time. He's already as tall as me. He's already as tall as me, and he's not yet 16. Now I have the opportunity. Fathers, it's very important you show up. Parents Teachers Association, there was a time I used to go to they would invite me, I would come there to talk to the parents. because you are the primary enforcer. The school is just a secondary. They are what I call caregivers. The primary enforcers are parents, fathers. Well, sorry, I saw a message here. Sir, can we invite you to the baptism? Okay, parents, teacher. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I will come now. Why? I would come. I don't want more children in prison. This has been I was depressed this week. I would call the father in the morning, call the mother at night. You know, just how are you doing? How are you holding up? The mother did not eat for days. This can tear a family away. The father said even his own mother, that's the grandmother, must not know because she would just die that their son is in prison at 18 years of age. What are we waiting for? Yeah, if you call me to but you will pay me to come. It's not this one that you will pay me to come. Fuel is 1,200. Yeah, so it's not, you will pay me to come. I will come. I'm not difficult to book. And I will come because, you know, when you see it, I think we should take everybody on an excursion to Kirikiri. Let us take everybody on an excursion. We get a luxurious bus and pack parents there to come and see where you neglect is the term. Where you see something wrong and you refuse to address it, or you take to one prayer ground, or you take to somebody it is your job. Don't send your child anywhere. If you are not ready to raise a child, don't give birth to the child. Let me just rush up. Next week is the 3rd Saturday of the month, and there will be the Purple Curtain. The Purple Curtain is a program where you get to see me 12 noon to 3 p.m. every 3rd Saturday at number 14 Ogunlana Drive, Surulere. There, I would be there to answer any of your questions. The Purple Curtain is in collaboration with the University of Marriage under the auspices of Apostle Folorunsho Alakija. You would see us there. That is where you come to me to ask any question, either about your relationships, your children, whatever. And if we are able to help some, we will help. That is the only place you will get me free of charge, just for 12 to 3. I will be there. So it's not for married, it's not for single, it's for everybody. Please make use of that opportunity. Now, the first 10 people to get to the venue get a free copy of my book just before you say I do. The first 10 people will get that. Now, this year, it was last year when we were talking about abuse, those that were sexually abused as children, where, you know, men called. It was one of the most emotional sessions of Relationship 360 ever, where men called in and were crying. A lot of marriages, you know, I told them when they were praying and fasting, I said, listen, 46% of failed marriages, when you inquire and investigate, you find out that one, either the male or female, was sexually abused as a child. It causes a lot of intimacy problems. I told last year that I'm going to have a program specially for the males, that is the men who were sexually abused. I can't forget the voice of a caller who was crying that this has destroyed him, destroyed his marriage, because at times you still get to see your abuser because you are related by blood or by marriage. And for the women also. So very soon, in the next, by June or July, we're going to have the first one for the men. It will be at the same venue where we will put masks on. Everybody would have a mask on as you are coming in, because it is, some people may not be able to, you know, because you have some prominent people who also, so at the entrance, you would have a mask to wear so that nobody knows who you are and you can be free except you refuse the mask. You can speak freely, knowing that nobody knows who's talking, and also it will be for the women. The mask will be. I am scared.
I want to ask you a question.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Jimmy is. Okay.
Oh, there's no mic in front of you.
Okay.
I know. You just relate it.
No.
You say mask for those who don't want to be recognized. I am recognized by my voice. What will you give me now?
Uncle
So,
Jimmy says,
muffle your voice.
Uncle Jimmy says, so Uncle Jimmy, you will write it down. I will read it out for you. I will read it out for you.
How about my voice? They will not.
Oh, no, we will wear a gown for you and a mask. You wear a gown, a mask, and writing utensils. Because everybody will know it is you. So that we can talk, we have to deal with the menace of child sexual abuse and its impact on adults. Do you know that 67% of women in Kirikiri maximum security were raped as children? And this thing, it's not a prayer issue that you take somebody for deliverance, not knowing it was because of child rape. It is because they are unresolved. People are keeping it, they hate men, simply because their first sexual experience was that of pain, was that of what? Tears, blood, not of pleasure. We will be doing that in the maybe June, July, the first one. It will be on one of these purple curtains where it will be men only, and then, or the second will be women only. They say ladies first. We are working on that. If you know where we can rent masks, that people, not the Ojuju Calabar mask, or not the masks that make us look like masquerades, just the one that just like the opera, like what they wear in the opera, the Italian opera. So for those that might want to reach out to me, 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. And please, you can follow me on Facebook. I'm Barrister Olumide on Facebook, Olumide Omoshebi also on Facebook, and the Gnosis Help Initiative on Facebook. Please engage me on Facebook. I share reels. By the time you go there, you see my discussions on different topics as reels. Please share, forward to your friends, to your family, to your group. These things are real. We are losing not only our parents, the children are now going to prison. Please, this same episode will be loaded up on YouTube by 12:01. We would have it on YouTube at the Gnosis Help Initiative. That is our YouTube address. What else? Ladies and gentlemen, what we do is plenty. I would ask, if you have a problem, please make use of sessions with me. You can call me, book a session to ask. We have two kinds of sessions. The online session, which is you can register, that is, you call me, I would answer. You would talk for a consultation online. A lot of people call from abroad with that. We talk online, they say the problem. It is paid for. It is something you pay for. Or those that want a physical session, you book. It is better to ask. And to bury the person where they ask no go lost. Follow person with Sabi road. And it's not that I know all the roads, but thank you very much, everyone. Please support our organization, as what we do is really a lot, and we do free of charge. It is with your support that we are able to thrive. You know, you can monthly say, okay, I will be giving them this amount. Please, ladies and gentlemen, support us. It is not just Barrister, you are doing a good job. We need your financial support. Thank you very much, and God bless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the sum of the broadcast. We will be back next week.